So you got to ask no questions.
Yeah.
Tio, how are you?
Good, I'm good.
Good
I'm
to
free.
see
You got to do like this. You got.
Okay.
Yeah.
Three.
Oh.
Three, right?
Oh,
Look, he trying to get.
oh yeah, I know. I'm like 3. I'm like,
What on the
about
list?
the 3. I know about the 2. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, what we doing? We done changed the game.
Can somebody bring up?
I'm like, what's in these drinks?
What's in
Here
these
we
drinks?
go.
I'm like, what's your drink?
She a little tipsy right now, bro.
I had a couple cocktails. Smirnoff.
I'm
Andy
like, yo,
over here.
so
We got the glasses on.
Andy, you've gotten me drunk.
We ran it with the glasses
I
on.
was like, okay.
Tio, I like the shirt. What are we doing? How we feeling? How's Super Bowl week so far?
I'm feeling like I look. I feel good.
You look amazing.
Thank you. So do you.
As always.
My deep jacket's in the building.
Now I want all the tea. What are you two working on? Give me as much of a hint as you can give me.
He's always working on something. I'm just trying to assist where I can. I'm trying to get in where I fit in.
Ain't no getting there where he fit in. He is the fit in. He the man. You know? Tio the man. He's still going.
Yeah.
Look at him. He still look like he run a 9 route.
Tio, you literally could go out there and play tomorrow.
And I can. I'm dead serious.
Why don't you? Let's
Because
go.
when you think about this matchup this week, what is it, a couple of days?
Yeah.
Third down the red zone is where the game is going to be won. You got to move the chains.
Besides Kelsey, Kansas City don't really have nobody in the red zone.
I've already been. That's going to be the keys to victory for the 49ers. They stop Kelsey, they have a better chance of winning the game. Because, like I said, the Baltimore Ravens game, the AFC Championship.
Yeah.
How you gonna let Kelsey?
11 for what? 11 for
116 yards, 11 targets, 11 catches, and
Crazy.
a score.
You lost the game right
And you
there.
lose by what? I think 7 points.
Yeah.
That's the game right there.
That's the difference.
Greenlaw and Fred Warner, I think if anybody could do it, I'm gonna give my hat off to them. So I think it's gonna be a physical game. It's gonna be won at the line of scrimmage. And who defense you think better in this game coming up? If you gotta pick one defense.
On paper, the 49ers, but based on how they played the last 2 games, you really can't say that.
Oh yeah,
You get what I'm saying?
You're correct. That's
But
true.
Again, they got to show up some of those things where they've had some mishaps, some big plays. And like I said, rush defense is going to be key. Pacheco's playing very, very well. Andy Reid is utilizing those guys from an offensive standpoint. But again, if you look at who has the advantage offensively, I think it's the San Francisco 49ers. Obviously, Chiefs has Kelsey.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The other supporting cast of receivers, they haven't been playing so well.
Rice been doing this thing. You got to give him credit of lately.
No, that's lately. So again, they're going to have to show up come Sunday. It's going to be a lot of pressure on them too because they're going to be looked to make some plays because if Greenlaw and those guys, if they lock down Kelsey, they're going to have some opportunity to make some plays.
But Tio, DeSean told me on my show last week that Kelsey's the whole Taylor Swift thing just running the league. And his thing is they're not going to let Greenlaw lock up.
Who is that?
The NFL loves putting who on. When we watch a football game,
there you go. Check that right there.
Look, when we watch,
have y'all seen the commercial that I did with the peanut butter M&Ms? Do y'all know who I did the commercial with?
What you doing with?
Scarlett Johansson. And y'all are talking about Taylor Swift.
Okay.
Y'all better get off my line.
Who else?
Are y'all kidding me?
Dan Marino.
Dan Marino.
Mr. 211 Bruce Smith.
Hold on, man.
We just did a peanut butter M&M's commercial.
Look,
and y'all sitting up here talking about
my big bro for the peanut butter commercial.
Scarlett Johansson. Y'all, that's who we need to be talking about.
We can't be naive to the fact that the NFL loves putting Taylor Swift on the big screen. When I'm watching a football game, I don't think it's been any time in NFL history where you're seeing.
Who's running this show right here? You? Can we put Scarlett Johansson on our screen?
You too.
We need to put Scarlett Johansson up on our screen right now.
Hey, look.
What?
This T.O. being T.O., but a little bit being naive because he know who running these
Look,
NFL
here it is.
games.
That's what I'm. Put Scarlett Johansson. That's what I'm. Look at Joe.
Can we see that?
Woo, Scarjo.
Taylor Swift when
No,
games are being played. Can we see that?
Yeah, that's what they need to show. Anytime, like I said, the 49ers go up, you know what I mean? They need to put on the screen some peanut butter M&Ms and Scarlett Johansson.
Hey, look. So this is my question to Big Bro. So right now, if you had one choice, what team you gonna pick right now? You playing in the Super Bowl.
Oh man,
And I know you play football now, so
man.
I don't want to go off your history, your past.
I love this.
I just want to go off of right now. If you could go be on one team on Sunday, what team you gonna be on?
No, I gotta go with Patrick Mahomes because I love a quarterback.
That's why I respect this man,
bro. Because I like the way he played the game.
Yeah.
And because you think about my career, it was short. short-lived with Steve Young.
Right.
When you think about him being a pocket passer and making plays outside the pocket, although Purdy showed glimpses, no, not glimpses, he showed what it's like to make plays, not only with your arm, but with your feet.
Tia, why does Purdy get hit?
I don't even know why
he's
this even
scrambling.
People just like hot takes. They just want people to watch their shows.
They trolling.
So for them to say that he's not an elite quarterback is ridiculous.
You done got her eating M&Ms early in the morning.
It's ridiculous.
I'm just trying to help Gio.
It's ridiculous. Because look at this guy. This guy has gone from Mr. Irrelevant to relevant.
Hey, you know, people told me last week, and I don't care what they say.
What?
A few of them runs, I was like, boy, look out there looking like Michael Vick.
No, for real. Like
he
that.
was out of there.
He looked
Brady was
amazing.
like,
And that shows you in a situation, unlike Lamar Jackson, he took what the defense gave him.
Yeah.
When you look at that AFC Championship, Lamar stayed in the pocket because I think, honestly, everybody was talking about him, being passing, this and that and that. He stayed in the pocket to almost prove everybody that he could throw the ball instead of doing what he's been doing all his career, like taking off when he should have.
They set my boy up for failure.
No, but that's his fault, too.
What do you mean?
Not the Baltimore Ravens, but I feel like the play calling could have been a lot better
Again,
for Lamar Jackson.
Right.
You go,
but you know, DJ,
8 rushes?
They abandoned the run.
8 rushes?
DJ, you know, obviously you get to play in that huddle, but again, when that ball is snapped, you go with what you see, and you do
but
what
you're telling
do.
me a play. I'm gonna manage the game. If I'm in a game like that, the championship game, the AFC Championship game, and you're not relying on what's been great for you all season, and you get to a game where things start getting tight, and you're going versus Patrick Mahomes.
But again,
don't set Lamar Jackson up for failure like that. All year has been great. You got to help him out. You're not helping this man out.
No, I get it, but he's the quarterback. Like, yo, if he sees something or he's getting a play in,
but he ain't getting, like, he's not getting that though. And when I say he's not getting that, they're not allowing him to go to the line of scrimmage and be a Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes. Right. They're trying to control that.
I get that. I don't know, like I said, I don't know. Like,
so you expected him to go out, you expected him to get under center and see it,
to your
check,
point,
run.
To your point, like the RPOs is what we're discussing.
Right.
Like I said, I don't know how much leeway that they, like you're talking about, they're giving him to go up, and if he assesses or he sees.
But why?
I don't know. You have to ask Coach Harbaugh that.
No.
He knows.
It's Todd Monken. It's not Coach. I played last year.
Deshaun's got history with Todd.
It's not Harbaugh. He doesn't have nothing to do with the offense. When I was there, Greg Roman ran everything, and now I'm sure Todd Monken came in there. Harbaugh's not doing that, bro.
We gotta
ask Todd Monken this question.
That's the worst
Todd
time.
Monken, you had a heck of a year.
Right.
Why do you get to the AFC Championship game and don't show up? That's my question.
That's the wrong time.
And I talked to Ray Lewis last night, and I talked to Big Bro last night. You know Ray.
Well, again, that was the wrong time to have the game plan that they had. Like I said, I don't know what the percentage pass or run that they had. But again, at the end of the day,
he threw the ball 10 more times.
But I get it. But at the end of the day, when you watch that game, he held the ball probably a second or two longer than he should have.
He looked a little uncomfortable.
Is that playing versus Patrick Mahomes? Does playing versus Patrick Mahomes do that?
But I think he played into what the media was talking about him passing, not being a pocket passer, this and that and the other, and he was trying to prove them.
But T, you know,
I think he was trying to do that, not Todd Monken.
No, T,
I don't think.
T, you know these coaches, they set you up, bro.
I get, but when
they
you on
put
that
you in
field,
position, though, bro.
I get it, but when you're on that field, bro, it's not nothing that whatever he calls up there, he can't control you. He's not It's not a joystick, bro. He's not playing a game. When you out there, bro, you got to play and you go with what you see. With him, like I said, he had to take what the defense gave him. He didn't do that at times. He did, but it was like a second or two too late. Now, I agree with you, bro. They lost by 7 points. They definitely could have won that game. If not, tied, go into overtime, and like I said, you give yourself an opportunity, a chance to win the game.
You'd rather have Patrick Mahomes throw you the ball. You'd rather play on the Chiefs on Sunday. And we're talking about coaching.
Look,
we're talking about coaching.
Both of those quarterbacks, like I said, I'll play with either one. I would play either one of them.
Yeah.
But like I said, based on
against Patrick
based on how Patrick Mahomes, his style of play is what I'm used to.
Yeah.
I've played with those mobile quarterbacks that, like I said, plays break down, you get out, you talk about the scramble drill. Depending on where you're on the field, you make yourself available for the quarterback. Those are the type of style of quarterbacks that I'm used to. Not saying that I can't be as productive with a Brock Purdy, because the game changes and the play calling changes when I'm on the field.
I'm trying to make the case. I need the case for the Niners, because Mahomes and you guys are talking about Monken, Harbaugh, coaching matters.
Yeah, for sure.
I would give Reed, your boy, the edge over Shanahan because he's been there, done it.
I think that's obvious.
So then what is the chance for the Niners? How will the Niners win this game?
I think it's the rush defense.
Okay.
And really, I think, rush
On the
defense
scrimmage.
with the 49ers. Both of those guys, like I said, they got to eliminate big runs, and they got to eliminate Kelsey.
Yeah.
When you do that, you give yourself an opportunity to win. Not to eliminate the emergence of Rice, who's been playing well as of late. So those other DBs, they got to understand, like I said, if they're locking Kelsey down, they're going to come to their other option that's been playing well, and that's Rice. So those other guys, like I said, if the Chiefs are to win, it's going to be the help and the addition and the production of those other receivers.
If you went into the locker room on Sunday to both of these teams, you have the rare experience of you've lost a Super Bowl. You know what that heartbreak feels like. What would you tell them about what that feels like, what that experience is, to motivate them to not be in that situation?
Well, I think both of those guys, they've had that experience already.
Fair.
And you don't want to experience that again, because you don't know if you're going to ever get back there. I played in the league for 15 years. I only played one time. And again, I willed myself, to do that.
What a game.
So with that, like I said, there's no tomorrow. I think those guys, especially the defensive side of the ball, those guys know that they haven't played well as of late against the Packers nor the Detroit Lions. Those guys up front, defensively, you look at on paper, they look better defensive-wise than the Chiefs, but they haven't played to those expectations.
So who's winning the Super Bowl, and tell us what you're doing with M&Ms.
I don't know who's going to win.
Wearing the San Francisco shirt.
I think
because I'm going to ride with them.
Let me get my prediction.
I'm going to ride with them.
I don't like doing this because, for one, Andy Reid, love him to death.
Right.
Patrick Mahomes, I feel like he's like no other. He's created that wave in the NFL where, he's earned that right. I don't like going against Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. But in this case, for some reason, I feel like the 49ers are going to control the line of scrimmage.
Wow.
I feel like Fred Warner and Greenlaw are going to penetrate. I feel like they're going to stop the run game. And I don't think Kansas City is going to be able to control CMC. I think CMC is going to be the edge. I feel like he's going to be the factor. I feel like Debo, Ayuk, they're going to make plays. Kittle, you can't forget about that. I just feel, for some reason, I feel like the Kansas City wave is going to get shut down this
Tio,
year.
I'm always taught that momentum matters. I've been taught that for 10 years.
Momentum?
Momentum.
Well, both of them have momentum. That's why they're here.
San Francisco has not played their best football.
And that's what's scary.
That's the
right.
Kansas
But
City's
again, this is
bulldozer
one time
right now.
you got to play your A game.
Yeah.
Football, NFL, unlike these other sports where you have the best of series, for football, there's no tomorrow.
Yeah.
You have one weekend to play your very best.
I can't wait.
Fortunately, for the San Francisco 49ers, defensive-wise, offensive have carried them.
For sure.
Offensively, they have carried them, and they've put them in a situation to now say defense wins championship, because up until now, they haven't played their best football. I'm sure those guys on the defense side of the ball, they know that. They know that this is an opportunity now to show what they've been doing throughout the course of the season and show up.
In one game.
You got to show up and show out.
One game. Defense, he said it too, because I was going to say that earlier. Defense wins championships, offense wins games. Up until this point, offense has been winning games. Now the defense in this game, defense is going to win the championship. Whose defense is going to play better?
Right.
My choice, I'm going to take the 49ers.
And the so-called game manager stepped up to the plate and played and did what he's supposed to do as a quarterback.
Down 17 points, too.
That's what you're supposed to do as a quarterback.
17 points.
I mean, are we going to not do the LaShawn McCoy podcast and this is the podcast? Because this is pretty good.
Oh, no, that's my big bro. We got chemistry wherever we go.
It is.
Me and him go, we still hit the field. Like right now, we could go to the field right now and run routes and still look like we could get on the team now.
I know you got something. I know you got your 1v1.
Yeah,
you started that.
We got
all you young DBs, if you really feel like you got that smoke and you can stop one of us, hey, I'm putting it out there right now. You don't want this smoke right now. You don't want this.
Yeah, pros versus bros. It's coming to a city near you.
You don't want this.
What kind of coach is Chad Ochocinco going to be for the Raiders? What kind, like a player's coach?
Did he really get a coaching job?
I think he did.
I thought he was trying to get the Eagles job.
He did. I don't know what
I was finna call him out and say, hey, bro, you trying to get the Eagles job? That's supposed to be for DJ.
He's going to do a phenomenal job. I mean, you got a guy that obviously that played.
Very enthusiastic.
energy.
Yeah.
That's one thing that they're not going to lack is energy with him.
Yeah.
Obviously, you think about what he's done with the game and his skill set. He's going to elevate whomever he's coaching over there. Especially, I mean, I don't know how much elevation he's going to do for Devontae Adams because he's that guy in himself.
Ain't no coaching him.
Right. So yeah, just to add,
to the young,
tutelage,
it's to the younger. It's more to the youngers, developing the young guys. I mean, because when you come into the NFL, can't no coach really coach you. If I'm drafting you on my team, you already supposed to know what to do. I can enhance and I can help you here and there, watch film or watch techniques, but you ain't finna just go coach no NFL receiver up and expect him to just go be something that much different.
Right, exactly. And again, if Chad can tap into those guys and really kind of work on their deficiency, the areas of improvement for those guys, then, like I said, it's a great hire if that's indeed the case.
I think he got the job. I think he said he was doing more with like the culture of the team.
I don't see him going to be no full-time coach right now with all the stuff he got
I want to come over. I want to be a coach, but come in as a consultant.
Yeah, we can't do no full-time.
Walk in, push some papers around.
After all the years we played, they want us to go coach. We're going to spend more time coaching than we did playing. I don't want it.
You guys have too much going on.
No.
I have a question in my ear from my producer, Andy Reid. Who would he sign of the two of you?
Who would he sign?
Who would he pick, DeSean or Tia?
No, that's a good question. Well, I definitely have to move that meter toward my way. I played in the Super Bowl with him. I did what I did with on one leg. You know what I mean?
I did what I did
I'm
with one leg.
100%. And I know DJ, he did some phenomenal things. He's very versatile. He punt return. He's that type of guy, you know what I mean?
DeSean,
stretch the defense. I can do what D-Jack did. Like I said, I can stretch. A lot of people didn't know I could do that until I got to Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And I got with Andy Reid, and he opened the playbook up for me, and I did it at every level. Short game, medium game, and taking the top off the defense.
I would have liked to see T.O. play in Philly a little longer.
Oh, it would have been scary.
He has something special going there. Now, me, a younger D-Jack, looking up to a guy like him, and what he did coming back after getting injured and playing in, got to tip my hat off to Big Bro, the way he played the game. And it was crazy, too, when I was in Philly my rookie year, we played against him when he was at Dallas, so it was kind of like bittersweet. I'm like, dang, I just missed him. Like, I wish he would have still been there, that would have been good to come in and play with him.
Man, that's crazy.
I was talking to Emmett, and he was real heated about McCarthy keeping his job. What do you think?
What about him?
He was heated about McCarthy keeping his job.
Well, that's that goes with ownership and management.
I asked Emmett, I said, did you talk to Jerry? And he said, billionaires don't listen to millionaires.
But and that's how billionaires stay billionaires.
Right.
Because regardless, he's selling the fan base fool's gold every year. He's not losing. Everybody thinks he's losing. From a fan perspective, they're losing, but he's winning every year. He's winning every year.
But he wants to win the championship. He wants to win the Super Bowl.
Regardless if he wins the NFC championship or gets deep in the playoff, he's still winning because those fans, guess what they're doing? They're going to those games, filling that $billion stadium up every year.
They're
buying the merch.
Cowboys ain't winning nothing.
He's winning. He's winning every year.
Cowboys ain't winning nothing.
Why are you saying that?
They're not. They're not going to just by management.
They're not.
Do you feel bad for CD then?
Do I feel
That's
bad?
not his fault.
Yeah. And I'm saying I feel bad because I'd like to see him on a winning
I know he'll love to win, but
why aren't they winning anything?
I mean, because they're not the '90s Cowboys.
General manager, he's the ball. He's the judge. He's everything.
Judge, jury, executioner.
Dak's a hell of a quarterback, but he's not going to be able to win the big game.
Right.
Dak's a hell of a quarterback. I'm taking nothing away from him, but what have you done for me, lady? That's the league.
Let me tell you something. I know this is a way off the subject of a take. If they would have got Bill Belichick, they got something.
Tell me more about
Bill
that.
Belichick, they got something.
Why doesn't Jerry? Why doesn't Jerry make that decision?
I don't know. When you're a billionaire, you do what you want to do with your money and your
don't
team.
listen to millionaires. He probably got a lot of millionaires around him he don't want to listen to.
Yeah, he ain't listening to us.
Yeah.
You do what you want to do.
What does Belichick have that McCarthy maybe lacks? Just big game experience?
Track record, experience.
I think track record. You got to think about a lot of that, too, has to do with play calling.
Yeah.
And then, too, a lot of this is on Dak, too, because you got to have a decision maker. When you think about the quarterbacks that played in the NFC Championship, those 4 quarterbacks, they did some remarkable things for their team. It's decision making. It's what you do with the football, even with the plays that are called. Regardless, it may not be what you want, but, again, when you go through your progressions, that's on you as a guy that's pulling a trigger.
Yeah.
You can't turn the ball over. You can't throw untimely turnovers.
I got a question for T.O.
Go on.
Who you taking? Jalen Hurts, Dak Prescott.
I'm going with Jalen. I'm going with Jalen.
What do you think, DJ?
I'm going with Jalen.
I love it. I'm
going with Jalen.
I'm saying the
Because
same thing. I done argue with so many people.
You've seen the maturation process and the elevation of his game. Speaking of Jalen Hurts, again, he makes good decisions with the football. Yeah, Dak had a great regular season, but it's not what you do in the regular season.
We saw a bit of a step back for the whole Eagles team this year, though. So we've seen maturation.
But that was
and then,
injuries. That was
that's
injuries. When you think about it, that's part of it. It's like you can't. A quarterback is only good as his surroundings. Everybody talk about Purdy. Purdy wouldn't be as good if he didn't have
the supporting cast.
His supporting cast.
Well, how do you feel about that? So, like, there's this viral video, I don't know if you saw it, where a guy makes a case, and the reason it's crazy is it got so many likes. Like, people believe this, that Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen are better than Joe Burrow, because Joe Burrow's only good because he's got T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, this amazing wide receiver duo. As somebody who got the best out of their quarterback being as good as you two are, how do you feel about that?
Again, it's all about play calling, and it's about decision making as a quarterback when you're doing the course of the game. And it's all about, even with this game this Sunday, it's going to be like who makes the least amount of mistakes, who makes the least amount of turnovers, and who can move the third down chain. That's going to be the deciding factor.
I love Joe Burrow.
Listen at those guys again with the progression of Joe Burrow's, obviously, like I said, Super Bowl in his second year.
Injuries, though, too. Like he just said, injuries.
Injuries plays a big part.
For sure.
When you go throughout the course of the season, the first half of the season is so-so, but it's all about the second half of the season. Because that's when the totality and the injuries start to take a toll on your team. So it's all about momentum. You mentioned that earlier. Momentum and health.
Okay.
I think we see a different Joe Burrow coming up this year. I mean, he was awarded the contract. Everybody's excited to see what he's going to do. He kind of didn't start off. Yeah, he didn't start off so good. With him getting the big contract, he was rewarded. Injuries played a part. I just think next year we'll see a better year from Joe Burrow. This year was kind of tough on him.
I love it. And we have the M&Ms. I ate them for breakfast. What can you tell us about the Super Bowl commercial? It's like you guys are giving an award to the losing team. What's going on?
No, it's like the premise of the campaign is like almost champions.
Okay.
So myself, Bruce Smith, Dan Marino, we were almost champions.
ScarJo almost got the Oscar.
So these peanut butter M&Ms, and then they have a championship ring made out of peanut butter.
Look at that.
It's hard.
And so it's like we're almost champion. And then with Scarlett Johansson, she was almost an Oscar winner.
Yeah.
That elusive trophy for the both of us.
That looks like the ring I got.
Yeah, that looks like one of yours. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you got the real thing.
Yeah.
You can go to
That's
M&Ms.
made out of chocolate.
My ring bittersweet, though, because I didn't officially play in the Super Bowl, but they rewarded me at the Super Bowl because I played half the season with them.
But you put a lot of work in.
And Sean McVay's a real one, because like you said, I was there in the offseason. I played. We beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the year before that, they was a Super Bowl championship. So in that game we won, I had 2 touchdowns. Went crazy. So
LaShawn McCoy has that. I mean, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, he's playing again, and I talked to him, and he got a ring, but he didn't play. He
didn't play. It's bittersweet, but
he's our career Super Bowl champion. So again, that's why you can't really get caught up in you got to have a Super Bowl to be X, Y, Z. Because again, people in his case, that, they don't feel as deserving, but he still has a Super Bowl ring.
2 of them.
I don't have a Super Bowl ring. If somebody look at us who's more deserving? Right. Sean McCoy, you or me? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you guys put in that hard work.
Sure.
So at the end of the day, sometimes the ring is good, but it's like,
right.
Yeah, but at least you're.
But I got a Hall of Fame ring. I'll take that.
Yeah, and you're rolling in peanut butter M&Ms.
Right.
Yeah, I got a Hall of Fame ring. Got
a Hall of Fame ring and that jacket.
Okay, I get to that, man. That's what I'm shooting for, man.
That's next, man. That's next.
All right, you guys, you can watch the Almost Champions ad over at mnms.com/Super Bowl. We're going to take a break and maybe have Jason Kelsey. We don't know. We're going to wait and see if we have him or not. But otherwise, I'm pretty drunk, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.